3 nights in. This is night 4 of Creepy Cinema.
4 nights.
Yeah.
My God, I came running back to you for a 4th night. And just in case you're a bad boy, I won't be back for the 5th night. But if you're a good boy, I'll come back for the 5th night.
Yeah.
With my arms open.
You'll be back for the 5th night.
Of course I will.
Yeah, I believe you're contractually obligated.
Oh, yes. Contract. Well, I threw my contract at Jack Warner and ripped it in his face.
Betty, as much as I would love to talk to you tonight, we're actually doing Hitchcock and De Palma
We
tonight.
are.
So.
This is my favorite. And tonight I chose Suspicion, 1941, starring Joan Fontaine and Cary Grant, and The Fury, directed by Brian De Palma, starring Kirk Douglas, Andrew Stevens, and Amy Irving. So Suspicion, which I have to tell you, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I really love this movie.
So I haven't seen it in a long time either. I was in an Alfred Hitchcock draft last year where you like selected his movies with a bunch of other movie people. I didn't totally understand what was going on the whole time.
You mean it wasn't fantasy football?
It was like
That's shocking.
It was like fantasy Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And
suspect that it even happened to you.
And Suspicion was pretty far down on my list.
What?
And now that I've seen it again, it remains pretty far down on my list. But first of all, we're talking about Hitchcock. So I mean, the guy made 35 movies, which are pretty good, and this is in that group. It's just that, as people will see in this story, Cary Grant, he's good time Johnny, fun guy, doesn't really have a job, coasts by, uses his charm, and Joan Fontaine has some money in her family, but they're not like super wealthy, and she's a shy, shut-in. They meet, and they fall in love. And then it turns into a thriller, but never for a moment do I find
it's
any
interesting
suspense.
that you say this because originally it was supposed to be a B movie with George Sanders.
George Sanders, I would immediately suspect is up to no good.
And then they were thinking of upping the game a little bit and casting Laurence Olivier. And they were all fine with the plot and the script of this character, Johnny. But when Cary Grant was cast, they didn't want him to be this kind of, he does a lot of kind of not so savory things.
That's right.
And there was a screenplay written, and it was abandoned, and they finally settled on this. But I love this movie because, first of all, I love Cary Grant, and I love that he's playing a character like this, which is certainly against type, but yet he uses all the same tools as an actor to apply itself to this character. And you love him, and the joy he has in the playing of it, the freedom in which he portrays his character, and he gives you the yes and the no's. Is he, isn't he?
He's so charming in it.
And I think she's beautiful and very good, too.
I mean, look, she won the best
She won the
actress.
Academy Award.
Yeah, it was like this monster best actress here, and Joan Fontaine
do you think she deserved it?
Yeah, I think she's wonderful in it.
Do you think that it fueled the feud between her and Olivia de Havilland?
It may have been, I'm sure, yeah, because Olivia de Havilland was up for Hold Back the Dawn. But they're all amazing and all gave amazing performances.
So that was a heavy year. Yeah.
That was a heavy year. So Joan Fontaine earned it, and she's terrific. She is the audience in this movie. She is the one who, when doubt is supplied as to Cary Grant's motives, it comes through Joan Fontaine's behavior. Everyone around him, all his friends, including the wonderful Nigel Bruce, who's so great.
He's so good.
Beaky, who's like, why are you going to get mad at him? That's just Johnny being Johnny.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you married.
They're like such bros together, you know? They're like real buddies.
Yeah, and then you'll see in the movie there's one very famous Hitchcock scene, which if you know all about the scene where Cary Grant comes up the steps bringing a glass of milk to Joan Fontaine, who's been ailing, and poison is in the air, we're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. In the movie, it's like not the big climactic scene.
It's not.
It's just a scene in the movie, but it's...
And he lit that milk.
He lit the milk with a light bulb, so it...
you'll see it glows.
It glows as it comes up the staircase. So it's totally engaging. It just ends up because I couldn't quite get out of my... I couldn't get Cary Grant out of my Cary Grant-ness. And that may be on me and not on... Yeah, I got you.
I just think it really works. And, you know, there's certainly some major differences in the book it was based on and what they did for the movie. We could talk about that afterwards because that's pretty interesting.
All right, well, let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's get to the movie. Suspicion, 1941, starring Cary Grant, Joan Fontaine, Nigel Bruce. It's a thriller, and you will love it. Don't listen to him. He's wrong. Enjoy it.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
So there it is.
Oh, boy.
So he didn't do anything.
No. Well, he says...
I mean, he's a con man. And
he's got embezzler.
He stole money from his boss, 200 pounds.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. that car turns around at the end, and she goes with him, and you really kind of don't know everything.
That's what I'm saying.
I still think you still don't know anything. And is her life going to be great with him?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think so. I disagree. I think she's going to have problems with him. I really do. And in the movie, no, he wasn't a murderer.
Here's why she's not gonna. Here's why she's not.
Because he's going to keep gambling. He's going to keep embezzling, and he's going to keep trying to get money every way he can because he doesn't want to work.
He legitimately walked away from her. That's how we know that, look, if it's possible to turn over a leaf, he did. He was like, no, I'm no good. I tried to raise this money with this thing. It wasn't going to work out. Now Beaky's dead. It's all like things went wrong.
And he didn't kill Beaky.
And he didn't kill Beaky.
No,
he didn't kill anybody.
No. And, okay, so in the book, she drinks that milk, and she dies. Also,
That's because it had a light bulb in it.
That's right. It had a beautiful... And he impregnates the maid in the book.
So he's a little bit more
and he kills. So
a little bit more of a rascal.
Oh, he's definitely
a little bit more of a scoundrel.
Much more of a murderer. He's truly a murderer in the book. But I think they kind of went, because it was Cary Grant, they went halfway. Like I said, they didn't want him to be a murderer. They did not want that. But yet it would have been okay if George Sanders or Laurence Olivier played it. I find that very interesting. He was very precious to them, even though I don't think he was a precious man. I think he was just a guy. I loved him.
Yeah, I love him too. And I think it's funny. I mean, I don't think this is one of Hitchcock's best movies because I don't think it set out what it intended to do. I think you definitely know at the end, and I think you knew before the end. There's just no way. No way. Never for a second.
Because it's Cary Grant.
Because he's so effective at the charming parts. Whether it's triggering me that character wouldn't do it, or it's triggering me that Cary Grant being this funny isn't the killer.
It's almost like he plays this the way he would play the Philadelphia Story. He plays it
totally, 100%. That's right.
For comedy.
Yeah.
But yet he's an embezzler and a gambler. But it would have been interesting to see them make him the murderer and to see how he would have played it, because I do believe he would have succeeded.
So I think Cary Grant just can't do it. He cannot do it. And I don't think it's because he's not capable of it. And it's not his fault. It's because he's too good at the other stuff.
I disagree with you as far as this film goes. Like I said, I would love to have seen him pull off the murder, and I think he would have.
Cary Grant was like,
Cary Grant was like, who is this beautiful creature?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And to be that funny, to have timing, comic timing, that great. And to not have gotten early in his career that he had it.
You know, this is early-ish in his career.
It is early.
But yet, if you look at the Mae West movies he did, he's beautiful in them, but he's stiffer. He hasn't found who Cary Grant was as an actor yet. And this is one of the first ones that he kind of did. He had a few more before this, too.
I mean, there are moments in Gunga Din where he does it, too. But
absolutely.
But this is the full-on Cary Grant charm assault here. And I, as always, am like, I'm taken in by it. I'm like, no, I love Johnny. I know he's an embezzler. Yeah, stop stealing from him. But again, when he says to her, I'm no good, I'm leaving you, that's him saying, I'm not going to drag you down with me. Like, I'm wrecking your life.
Well,
and you're right, maybe he's going to keep on gambling.
Oh, I think he's definitely going to keep on gambling because you can't, coming from a long line of compulsive gamblers in my family, I was not one. It's a hard habit to break. And it is the most expensive addiction.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't know what I'm talking about. 4 a.m. at a casino in New Orleans with this one. Ha ha! That's right.
I just needed one more hand. I just needed one more hand. One more roll. We would have broken even.
All right, Cary.
Mario, thank you as always.
You're welcome, Johnny.
So that was part one, the Alfred Hitchcock portion of Hitchcock and De Palma. Now we move on to Brian De Palma.
That's right. Brian De Palma, one of my favorite directors. We've got The Fury up next, 1978, starring Kirk Douglas, John Cassavetes, Amy Irving, Carrie Snodgrass. This is bonkers, but I love it. So come back. As Joan Rivers would say, would you come back? Would you come back? Melissa, okay.
Next on TCM, The Fury, then The Tingler, and later, Scanners. TCM's playing head games tonight.